He said that he is my damn man's, but he switched on me like a transformer. He ain't changed.
OG back on the screen. Drop a like. Man, I appreciate the older 2Ks. Look at the jump shots on this 2K. Pay attention just to how, when you looked at the older 2Ks, the automatic green release, pay attention to the defense. Look how he misses. I want you guys to realize that you see somebody using a meter still, so people still couldn't shoot with the meter off. How you guys see how I'm shooting with the meter off, people still could not do it because it was just still a certain timing gap. 2K could have did certain balances, certain tunes, touches to quite, like, you know, balance it out. If you guys felt like Hot Zone Hunter was too OP, because Hot Zone Hunter was in this game and certain badges, you know, but defense was right. It's still, you still had to create space. The defense was fine. You still had to create space. You see how I had to catch that ball. I still got animated and still was able to shoot the shot and green it. You still had that ability to still time and green your shot off of a bad animated catch. Now it's so much RNG played out into this 2K. Look at this guy using a meter. People can say, oh, he's a bum or whatever the case. People used meters. Now when you look at this 2K, it's like, oh, nobody uses meter, or you just missed your shot. And now people can shoot whites. Everybody puts their shot on low risk so they can hit the whites now when they're wide open, and they still hit greens from time to time when they're wide open too. So what type of game have we been playing? 2K went down this strong route with trying to change the shooting and make us feel like it's a real NBA game shooting, which kind of took it out of arcadiness a little bit, but I can see them going exactly back to that arcadiness. Not meaning that the shot percentages still won't be like a little bit lower, but they're going to bump it up a bit just so that fun and now we go to NBA 2K20. Bow bow. You see how the shooting looked when you shot your jump shot. It wasn't like a sliding. You slide. You can do dribble moves. You can snatch. You see how I snatch right here and go right to the half court jump shot. Wide open. The defense is not there. There's no reason why that shot shouldn't be secured by me. Get in the corner. You see how the mid-range looked. And this was a different jump shot. Meaning I used a jump shot that wasn't like the norm jump shot. So my jump shot even looked different when I was shooting in this game. These are things that we lack within 25 that people are not understanding. You can see all the IRL realistic moves, everything. Consistent finisher. We used to have badges that matched, that made sense. I have another video tapping in and coming into that because we have to get this stuff coming out before 26 comes out. Please drop a like, show that support. Wishing good energy to y'all. Give me some good energy back. Just drop a like. We need 2K to get back to this. They can have an arcadey basketball game and it's IRL realistic. We're already playing on a video game. They have to stop trying to go to the super route where they start to make the stats and stuff try to correlate. That's where they're getting too unrealistic. We are still people and human beings ourselves and playing the game, and we can be our own my players. Isn't that what it is? A my player. Now, if this my player shoots like that, it's still a video game. He's a my player. The jump shots now, and I'm going to show you guys clips of jump shots in NBA 2K25. When you shoot your shot, it's like you come down with the same release points. Jump shots barely look different. People are using the same jump shot because they want to get the same window. Look at this. We had different green automatic animations when you shoot your shot. Different mini green ones. Range extender. You either had the gold limitless or the Hall of Fame. There was that separation. This was a 6'9" build, small forward. The most you could get is gold and have dribbling, because I had a bit playmaking with this build. There was a balance there. This is what 2K is going to go back to. These type of windows right here. Not when you can have a big that's 6'9" and he has Hall of Fame. Maybe if you work for it. Look how I dribble, go to my shot right there and knock it down. I really want you guys to tell me when you watch, and we've been looking at 2K, they took away so many moves. That behind the back that I did right there, and then did the speed boost off to the top of the key. Look at this. This move right here, they took that out. That little dribble move right there, they took that out. What's wrong with that? It was just a smooth transition move. I'm telling you, man. They took out so many moves, and they want us to play in this animated frame track railroad, picture framed IRL basketball game. And that's not even what it's going to come out to, because everybody's just going to play within a meta way. I do a crossover right here. I stop right here. You see how we had the quick stop animation to where you could quick stop and then shoot a three? There was nothing wrong with that. It made sense. It was perfect. No need for them to take it out. But 2K had to do these things to combat sweaties. I believe that the combating sweaties fight will be done. We've been dealing with the Zens. Here's where I get to my key point about the shooting changing in NBA 2K26. We've been dealing with the Zens for so long, right? They've been trying to combat the Zens. This is the reason why we had to change in NBA 2K23 to the windows, where they changed up the windows and they lowered down the green window percentages. We still could shoot better than how it was in 25. The windows still was higher. It was just something we had to get used to, a new window. Now in 25, they literally just added an RNG system to the. Now, if you don't have the high shooting stats, you're going to have to deal with certain different things. You see how I got the catch and shoot right there? Beautiful green light animations that we had. Green release. You know, green light animations, you know, beautiful. 24, they let go of that timing system and they gave us a even higher pair green window, like older 2Ks. 24, everybody was shooting good. You still had it to where people couldn't shoot as well, because that's just how 2K always was. People could mainly shoot, and then you had a lot of people who couldn't shoot. Okay, but the green windows was set. There wasn't no real RNG messing up your shots. Sometimes people had lag spikes, but that was really what you was hearing. Nothing about no RNG. Once they seen we can still shoot with even, because they remember 23, they took away the hot zone hunter and stuff like that, took away certain things like that, start slowing down. Once they still saw we can still shoot with the medicine ball in NBA 2K23 and 24, they're like, let them loose. Then once they seen how we were shooting in 24, on top of the Zens, people were shooting the full courts, man. That was their last straw. Do y'all remember that when 24 first came out and everybody was shooting? Once you got heat check and take over, you can shoot from full court. Even when you got heat check, people were shooting from super deep, always just stopping from like half court, shooting with the heat check. It was kind of unrealistic, and that was still like an arcadey aspect of shooting. Once that changed, like once they seen that was their last straw, and now you see how we have this game. Some people can still shoot crazy heat check shots, but 9 times out of 10, people are using a Zen. Nine times out of 10, people are using a Zen when they are shooting crazy shots in this game this year, and you can't tell. That's what's getting bad about 2K now. So I think 2K will go back to like a regular green window system, and if they go back to this regular green window system, it'll just be easier to detect the Zen user, because their green window percentage will be super high. Let me tell you the difference. When people are shooting this year now, 2K has a system that combats the Zens. This is why sometimes Zen users can still end up missing and mistiming. Okay? Back in the day, 2K never had no system like that, so they can just always hit crazy shots. And then you would automatically know. And then you can just not even play them no more, block them, don't even take the game serious, and people will just get outcasted like that. I feel like it's better than having a system where the devs are saying, oh, the Zens don't work. We have anti-cheat systems, and you have other people saying, oh, Zens don't work anymore because they don't know how to use theirs, but other people have other scripts and knowing how to use theirs. That's not, you see what I'm saying? So they're just going to go back to the marketing aspect, I feel like, and the marketing aspect thing to do is just make it easier for majority of the players to shoot, meaning they go back to a higher pair of green window, majority of the players can shoot. There'll still be those players that can't shoot because they struggle with just being able to dribble and move and get an open shot. Some people that are just new users to 2K and just not used to just shooting shots with a meter off and not knowing when the timing window is and not just having that muscle memory. Those are just the natural things that you'll have with those type of people. But I guarantee 100% we will have a better shooting 2K. We're not going to have this RNG shooting 2K where we're going to have to get used to it again. We're like, oh my God, what's going on? I guarantee. Who wants to put money up? Who wants to bet some money? You can count that, and that's going to be one of the biggest changes that people are going to like and love about this next 2K. The shooting is back. We don't have to worry about, you know, of course, people will miss. When we say shooting is back, that doesn't mean people can't shoot in this 2K. Don't get me wrong. What I mean is a pair green window where the game just looks different. Like you see more people shooting certain step back shots or taking tougher shots because the green windows are higher. And if you're skilling up, you have, you know, enough skill, you could do what you do on the court, and the game's more fun. There's more type of shot outcomes rather than you just seeing people playing a meta and shooting just like that shot. For instance, when we come back, look at this shot right here that he shot on a peak. Hands are down. We need this back. This was what 2K was. If he jumped in contest, that there was a good chance that this shot is not going down. But since his hands are down, that has always been in the game, hand down, man down. 2K has a system that's reading this. This is why he gets this green. He still gets to contest, and look, still got 31% because his body was there. 2K recently took this away. People don't even get this no more. So we're just going to call that as he was contesting, having his hand up. Because most people used to feel like in 2K, damn, once you're there, once my body is there, he shouldn't get the shot. Most people used to be like all the time without contesting, just if they're there, you know, but 2K changed it up, you know, did a lot of different things. We're going to get back to older 2K where the game feels good. Shots feel good going in. It feels right. They said that when 24, and that's how it felt in 24. Most of the time when you shot a shot, it just felt right. It felt good. When you release it at the point, they got to go back to that. All right. So we are going to get higher green windows in NBA 2K26, man. The leaks are out already. The devs, they just have to let us know what it is already. It's too late. Too many mistakes. Hit the like, subscribe. See y'all.